Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something super useful for all English learners, and even some native speakers. We're going to talk about the most common English mistakes, and how you can avoid them to sound more natural and confident. Ready to level up your English? Let's get started. First up, a classic mix-up. Your and your. Your shows possession, like in, is this your jacket? Your is a contraction of you are, as in you're going to do great. A simple trick is to say the sentence with, you are. If it makes sense, use your. If not, it's your. It's a small change, but it makes a huge difference in your writing. Next, let's tackle its verses. This one trips up so many people. Just like your and your. The one with the apostrophe is a contraction. It means it is, or it has. For example, it's a beautiful day outside. It's, without the apostrophe, is possessive. Think of it like his or her. For example, the dog wagged its tail. The dog owns the tail, so we use its. Remember, if you can replace it with it is, then use its. Let's move on to another tricky pair. There, and there. There refers to a place or is used to start a sentence. Like let's go over there, or there is a problem. There is possessive, showing something belongs to a group of people. For instance, the students handed in their homework. Finally, there is a contraction of they are. You'd say, they're coming to the party later. Always double check, which meaning you need. Now for a grammar point that many people find confusing. Fewer versus less. The general rule is simple. Use fewer for things you can count, like individual items. For example, I have fewer apples than you. You can count the apples. Use less for things you can't count. Things that are a mass or a concept. For instance, I have less time today, or there is less water in the bottle. Time and water aren't things you count one by one. So countable nouns get fewer, and uncountable nouns get less. Okay, here's a really common one. Then versus then. Then is all about time or sequence. First I'll go to the store, then I'll go home. Then is used for comparisons. She is taller than her brother. A good way to remember is that then often relates to when, and then is used for comparing, just like in the word comparison itself. So, if you're comparing two things, you'll always use then. Let's talk about prepositions, specifically to and to. To is a preposition that can indicate direction, like I'm going to the park. It's also used before a verb, like I need to sleep. To means also or excessively. For example, I want to go to, or this coffee is too hot. If you can replace the word with also or very, then you probably need to with two O's. Another mistake I see a lot is with the words affect and effect. Affect with an A is usually a verb. It means to influence or change something. For example, the weather will affect our plans. Affect with an E is usually a noun. It means the result or consequence of something. For example, the special effects in the movie were amazing. So, remember, affect is the action. Affect is the result. What about who and whom? This one can feel a bit old-fashioned, but it's still important for formal writing and sounding precise. Who is used as the subject of a verb. A simple trick is to see if you can replace it with he or she. For example, who is coming to dinner? You could answer, he is. Whom is used as the object of a verb or preposition. Try replacing it with him or her. For example, to whom should I give this letter? You could answer, give it to him. It takes a little practice, but thinking about he versus him really helps. Let's discuss misplaced modifiers. This sounds technical, but it's really about sentence clarity. A modifier is a word or phrase that describes something else. You need to place it right next to the thing it's describing. For example, a funny incorrect sentence would be, I saw a dog on the way to the office with a fluffy tail. This makes it sound like the office has a fluffy tail. The correct way would be, on the way to the office, I saw a dog with a fluffy tail. Now it's clear the dog is the one with the tail. Always check that your descriptions are next to what they're describing. Here's another one, using I versus me. The rule is, I is a subject pronoun, and me is an object pronoun. To figure out which one to use, especially in sentences with another person, just remove the other person, and see what sounds right. For example, is it John and I went to the store, or John and me went to the store? Let's remove John and you'd say, I went to the store, not me went to the store. So, John and I is correct. How about she gave the book to Sarah and me? Remove Sarah and you'd say she gave the book to me, not she gave the book to I. So, Sarah and me is correct in this case. Finally, Let's talk about the misuse of apostrophes for plurals. This is a huge one. Apostrophes are for contractions, like its, or for possession, like the cat's toy. They are not used to make a regular noun plural. You would write, I have two cats, not I have two cats. The only time you might see an apostrophe for a plural is with single letters, like mind your P's and Q's, but even that is becoming less common. So, when in doubt, if you're just making something plural, leave the apostrophe out. Phew, we've covered a lot of ground today. These mistakes are incredibly common, so don't feel bad if you've been making them. The most important thing is to be aware of them and practice the correct usage. English is a journey, and every step you take to improve makes you a better communicator. The more you read and listen, the more these rules will start to feel natural. Thanks so much for watching. I hope these tips were helpful for you. If you learned something new, please give this video a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss our next video. What are some other common English mistakes you've noticed? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading your feedback. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.